Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Reynolds. We have Taylor Gatwood, Tyler Wright, and RC in the house. What's going on, fellas?
Yo.
Feel good to be back for another episode, especially with the NBA games going on tonight. We saw some major trades in the NFL, man. It's like they pushing weight out here, man. They getting things ready for the NFL draft. It's been crazy the few weeks. I know when Russell Wilson headline broke, I was like shocked. I was shocked a little bit, but you know, it is what it is, guys. As a Saints fan, I really want to get at least one on quarterbacks. But just in case y'all missed it, Russell Wilson was traded to the Broncos for Drew Lock. Russell Wilson was traded for the Broncos. Broncos received Russell Wilson, a 4th-round pick. Seahawks received Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, a 5th-round pick. RC, man, what do you think about that deal for the Broncos and Seattle?
I think Denver won the deal because you're getting one of the best quarterbacks that ever played. He was 20-4 against my Niners, so I'm happy to see him go. I mean, he's been a nightmare for my guys. We got to play him this year, and he's going into that division, and Patrick Mahomes and them boys got their hands full because Russ, I mean, we didn't know very much about Jerry Jeudy and Sutherland, whatever his name over there, but a lot of those guys finna be on the biggest stage with Russ, and you better believe he gonna be ready. Seattle's in full rebuild mode. I think they finna get off of Tyler Lockett, and DK Metcalf is pretty much on an island over there. So anytime you get off an all-time great, you lost that trade. So
yeah, I feel you on that because now, like you said, Seattle's in a rebuilding stage. Broncos get a quarterback that they desperately needed to complete their team because they already had defense. They already had the receivers. One big question mark, they sent Noah Fant, which was literally one of the top tight ends in the NFL. He probably top 8. He's a nice young stud. And hopefully they won't miss him too much because Russell Wilson didn't usually use tight ends in Seattle. I know he hit Will Dinsley, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but he wasn't just keyed in on his tight ends like that. But that's a huge pickup for the Seahawks to get Noah Fant, a nice young stud. And like you said, Seattle, man, I think that they saw the writing on the wall a couple of years ago where they'll go on a nice run, but at the end of the season they just fall off. And I think they just wanted to revamp that defense, revamp that O-line, because the O-line been struggling for years. And I think both teams made out perfect. They got what they needed. Catwood, what are your first thoughts when you saw this?
I mean, I was shocked. I mean, because there really wasn't no smoke behind him going to the Broncos at all. So that really surprised me. But I think it was a win-win trade. But like RC said, I mean, losing a all-time great quarterback is always tough. But I didn't think Seattle was going to go anywhere with them or not. I think they just don't have enough talent. They're getting older. But yeah, they got a lot of picks back. A couple first rounds, a couple second rounds. Good young tight end. I mean, who knows Drew Lock? I mean, I don't think he's anything good, crazy, but I mean, maybe a different system. He's got a little potential. I think it was a win-win trade, honestly. I mean, good for the Broncos going for it. I mean, it sucks for Russell to go to that division, though. That's a tough division.
It is,
I
and
mean, I'm not saying the division he was in wasn't good, though. I mean, that's probably the best in football.
yeah, to be honest, but he definitely is have his work cut out in the AFC
Especially
West.
with the trade that's the AFC West, huh? The other trade that was made today.
Khalil Mack going to the
Yeah,
Chargers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's
that's
huge.
tough.
They're the best division now. They're the best division now. They loaded.
He got to deal with Bosa and Khalil Mack on both edges.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
real.
I guess Chargers said we'll one up you and get Khalil
Right.
Mack. We'll cancel out your quarterback and get a pass rusher.
Say, pick your poison. Either stay in the NFC West and face Aaron Donald and Von Miller if Von Miller resigns twice a year, or face Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack twice a year. So,
hmm I mean, both teams got buried today, Charger and Broncos. It's just curious to see how this offense what it's gonna look like for the Broncos because we know they have receivers, but you know they get a new head coach from Green Bay, the OC, the offense coordinator, and I'm just curious. They got a young stud and running back too, Javonte Williams, and I'm just curious to see how this offense gonna run. I mean, are they what kind of system they gonna put in, to help these guys out because Jerry Judy and Cortland Sutton, they studs, but we just don't know uh what kind of system that's gonna
Yeah.
fit them. You
Hey
know what I'm
man,
saying?
I think I can educate you on Russell Wilson. It don't matter if they running the same play every play. He played backyard football anyway, and Tyler Lockett and Doug Baldwin and this cursed guy and the guy they made to the Super Bowl with guys we can't even remember or pronounce their name. You giving him young guys that can play. I ain't worried about Russell. This, but Russell could take us and go win a few games because he just know how to win. He got that it factor, and those guys you named, it ain't gonna matter the system. I promise you, they got the actually they're gonna run the system that the 49ers, the Green Bay Vikings, and the Bengals all run the same thing because they got the coach from Green Bay. So they're gonna run that same offense we run. All that misdirection with Russell
Mm-hmm.
Wilson. Okay. All right.
hey, Jerry Judy, don't sleep on Jerry Judy either.
Don't sleep on Jerry Judy.
That dude's a stud.
Yeah, he's a Chris route runner,
And
and
he ain't had no quarterback, man. It's on. It's on.
Exactly. Cortland Sutton's good too. He made the Pro Bowl a couple years ago.
yeah, they still have Tim Patrick. God, they signed him to a long term deal.
And they
I'm
got
just curious to see you know how stuff be looking on paper, but I want to see this offense in full action. That's what I'm really looking at because you see Russell Wilson come off in a bad year. Uh, he had a couple. It wasn't a couple bad years, but it was like down the stretch. He just kind of faded off where they couldn't move the ball anymore.
It was
In
the most
Seattle,
sacked quarterback in the NFL. I
he's a
mean,
what?
he was the most sacked quarterback in the National
Yeah.
Football League. So I mean,
So Denver do have a little bit better offensive line than Seattle, but like I said, I'm just curious to see how this thing gonna especially stack up against the Chiefs and the Chargers. I mean, them boys better get ready to come to play, especially when they meet up. And I don't know what Derek Carr. If I'm Derek Carr, man, I'm trying to get out of there. Like, how bad is for Derek Carr to he get his team going early in the season, then the whole John Gruden aspect happens, and then you lose Henry Ruggs. If I'm Carr, man, I'm trying to get my one way ticket out of that division. At least try to go to a contender.
I'm just mad we didn't make an offer for us. At least an offer, bro.
Well, we could. I'm pretty sure we did make an offer for Russ.
You think so?
I remember Russell was one of the teams. The Saints was one of the teams Russell Wilson had listed to go to. So I'm pretty sure the Saints offer something. So in y'all opinion, who looking right now? Who's y'all favorite in that division?
Still the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think still Chiefs.
Still proving otherwise.
uh, it's the Chiefs, man. Until somebody beat the Chiefs. But man, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm afraid. I know the AFC is loaded with quarterbacks, but I've seen Russ do stuff with players. I'd be like, he ain't gonna get that off. Who is that guy? Why is his name spelled like that? Where they find that running back from? Like he played with guys. None of us collectively could just name 10 guys, not name DK Metcalf, just and Tyler Lockett. Other than that, over his career, who has he played with? Like, and he's done that. He's an All Pro. He's been in the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, should have two, and now he's with a team that has a good defense, good young. I just feel like Russ is right on their heels. If anybody can dethrone the Chiefs, it's him. He can do it.
You don't think the Chargers?
Justin Herbert is good, man, but I think that's a war. I'm like you. If I'm Derek Carr, I'm calling like I'll take a pay cut to get out of there.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because there's no way the Raiders gonna be able to compete. They lost too much, man. And they got rid of that coach that really cared about their players. You know, he was an intern. I can't remember who's new. Oh, is it Josh McDaniels, the new
Yeah,
Raiders head coach?
yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't really like Josh McDaniels. He's a offensive coordinator. That's what he is. He's not a head coach.
That's what
And so I just don't like what the Raiders have going for themselves right now.
that's what Jimmy
But
Garoppolo needs to go because he used to play for Josh McDaniels.
maybe they can make a swap. Like, hey, we'll give you Derek Carr if you can take Jimmy G. You know, like the Seattle and Broncos did. We give you Russell Wilson, you give us Drew Lock, bam bam, squared away. Now with Seattle with this rebuild, would y'all look for a quarterback in this draft, or y'all wait with them 2 first rounders?
If you're Seattle,
Yeah,
Depends on who's coming out. I don't see nobody in this draft.
I'm sticking with Drew Lock. I mean, you might as well just stick with Drew Lock and give him a chance because you're rebuilding anyways. Wait until like a better class.
and so you stand away with your first rounders. Will you try to revamp that defense? I think I'll try to like focus on bringing that defensive back. Cause they released Bobby Ratner, so they in full rebuild mode on defense side of the ball and offense side of the ball.
Tell you what I do. I take both of them draft picks. I call the Houston Texans. Say,
Yes,
look,
sir.
listen now. I got an offer you can't refuse. You turn this down, you dumb as you look right now. So, get right back in the fight because I just don't, it's going to be really weird seeing Seattle down. I'm happy because I'm a Niner fan, but I'll get rid of them picks, man. Them picks, I'm like the Rams now. Picks don't mean nothing, man. Let's win. Let's win, bro.
Let's do it.
Um,
I think. Go ahead, Gatwood.
man, don't let my boy Deshaun get on another crappy O line, bro. I can't see that anymore.
Well, I don't know. You heard the reports, but the Saints, the Bears. No, it was the Saints. I can't remember the other 2 teams. They keeping an eye on Deshaun Watson legal troubles right now.
And Buccaneers.
Yeah, Saints, Buccaneers. I can't remember the other team. There's 3 teams, so we might see some movement before the draft. Who knows?
Yeah,
So
they're saying the Texans want to trade him before the draft.
yeah, so we might see some movement before the draft, especially if the Saints haven't made a play on their quarterback yet, because it's slim pickings right now, especially if Jameis get picked up. 'Cause I think Jameis is gonna command about 20-something million a year. Do the Saints want to pay that? I don't know. So we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see some more quarterback movement before the draft. Who y'all said? Y'all said Broncos won that trade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would
since
say.
they're getting a star caliber
I'm
quarterback.
like Gatwood, though. I think it's a win for both. It's a win for both.
I say win-win.
Win-win. All right, so we talked about how Khalil Mack went to the Chargers, and man, I think they're gonna be. I feel like they probably can be like the Buffalo Bills of the AFC West. You know how Josh Allen got there and revamped their offense, man. They a powerhouse. I feel like Chargers can be a powerhouse. And then they signed back Mike Will. So they signed Mike Williams for 3 years, $60 million. They keeping that offense intact. They still have Eckler, like you said. They add Khalil Mack. They gonna be a team to reckon with. Justin Herbert got his third year underneath his belt. He coming in his third year.
This will be his third.
Third year. I really like what the Chargers doing because they really put emphasis on their surrounding their quarterback with the right pieces and solidifying that defense because they know defense will win championships. So they adding all the key pieces and keeping their core intact. And you know how the Chargers was that close from going to the playoffs. So I think that's a young team, man, that they can take the path of the Buffalo Bills.
Getting Khalil Mack was huge.
That's really huge because now the Chargers put up a good fight. I want to say that I think the Chargers and Chiefs split games this year, 1-1, if I'm not mistaken. But now they can put pressure on Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr if he's still there. So I'm really excited about what the Chargers are doing. They on the up and up.
They did split. I don't know about the Chargers, man. Every year, I'm a California guy. I love California teams, but every year I be thinking to myself, like, they got it together, and then at the end of the year, they do what you say Seattle does. They fall apart in the end. So,
That is true.
it's like, to me, I think it's quarterback play. I think Herbert is consistent. He has Mike Williams. He has Keenan Allen, but it's like they always missing something. I don't know what it is. Like,
They might have got it. Maybe because their defense looking nice now. They got Khalil
Yeah.
Mack, Joey Bosa, Derwin James, Asante Samuel Jr.
oh yeah,
I mean, dude, imagine if they go out and sign Bobby Wagner or something like that.
Yeah, they need to upgrade that linebacker play.
oh yeah, they'll be in the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, if I'm Derek Carr, I'm like you, man. I'm calling people that don't even want. They're not even gonna answer.
Yeah, I want out of that division.
They call them Patriots. Hey, I need a quarterback. They already have a quarterback. I'm just trying to find somebody to give me away. Cause I heard the Vikings were interested in Derek Carr and everything. Cause you know how the relationship with Kirk Cousins and the Vikings are kind of on a rocky place right now. And so he might be on the move. Kirk Cousins. 49ers to Kirk Cousins to 49ers?
Hell no. I mean, listen, man. I really feel like Derek Carr, to me, it's not a good fit with Josh McDaniels, but he's definitely not a good fit with us because, like, I don't think Kyle Shanahan likes to call all the plays. He don't like. That's one of the reasons why we didn't get Tom Brady back in the day. But our quarterback, our coach, think he's a quarterback himself. So, but I don't know, man. Derek Carr, praying for you, brother.
So let's really talk about the best quarterback trade of the week. Carson Wentz sent to the Commanders.
You said the best.
I'm just playing.
You being sarcastic?
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. Carson Wentz sent to the Commanders. The package includes 2 third-round picks, and Washington is paying his full contract.
L.
Full contract.
Bro, I saw this thing and like they showed, like after trades and stuff, they changed championship odds and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like before the trade, the Commanders were plus 5,000, and after the trade, they were still plus 5,000. Like
It really didn't move the needle at all. I think it'll move it some.
It's only appropriate, man, that Carson Wentz goes to the Commanders. It's a perfect fit, man. Like, how did I mean, me and you talked about this off the record, man. We talked about his agent has got to be the best agent in football. You keep getting this man paid. Like, you keep getting this man. It's crazy. Like, what are you saying? Like,
this man got beat by the Jaguars to not make the playoffs, bro.
I know that would make me hopped off the train right then and there. I'm like, nah.
No, you should have hopped off the train when he became the first athlete to sprain both his ankles in one game. How the hell you do that?
Man, I was looking back at the Eagles, man, where he was just on point. And I feel like he still had some of that juice, but when he lost to Jaguars, I was like,
NFL figured him out quick.
But this what the coach received. Coach received 22nd third rounder, a 23rd third rounder, and becomes a second rounder if Wentz plays 70% of the plays. Okay. And a 22 second rounder pick. And the Commanders get 2 second round picks.
I say that's a dub for the Colts. I mean, they got rid of that whole contract. That's a dub.
How you convince somebody to pay for a whole contract? Take on the contract fully.
I don't know. I guess they're that desperate.
His agent is in the mob. I mean, because ain't no way
He
in
got some
hell
dirt on somebody.
Commanders.
Carson Wentz whole contract. Like, man, no. Somebody
All
knows
right.
something.
So I'm back on the limb here. Let's look at this for real. Does this not make the Commanders a little bit better team?
Well, he knows that division. He knows the Cowboys. He knows the Eagles. He knows the Giants. And when he played against us this year earlier, it was a bad weather game. He made some incredible plays. Like I was one play with
Mm-hmm.
like Nick Bosa was coming on one side and Armstead's on the other. And they like ran into each other and he spun out and threw the ball. I was like, who the hell is this guy? Like this ain't Carson Wentz. You have an out of body experience, but the problem is he has those plays, and then he had a play in the game where he threw the ball right to my linebacker, like hit the linebacker's like standing right in front of him, and he just like had a brain for it. I don't know what it is. So I don't know, man. It depends on which Carson Wentz you get.
And in my eyes, they got better because now that of course I think they better than the Eagles. The Commanders' defense is pretty legit, and they better than the Giants. The Giants are in turmoil. Shoot, they talking about how the Giants might make a play for Mr. Trubisky. All right, how dumb is that?
Dude, okay, he also has a great agent apparently because for some reason there's like all this smoke where he's gonna like get a $10 million deal
A starting gig.
I know it doesn't make any sense because like what last year we were saying this dude's horrible
Mm-hmm.
and now all of a sudden this dude backs up for a whole year you don't even hear about him and all of a sudden he's a starter again that makes no sense.
Exactly. It don't make no sense at all. So when I heard the report and him going to the Saints, the Giants, it was some other team too. I was like, why? This dude he's just been bad his whole career. And now that Carson Wentz has gone to the Commanders, I feel like they might be a sleeper. I ain't gonna lie, they might be a sleeper. They got a squad. It just all depends on, like RC said, which Carson Wentz show up. So what about the Carson Wentz that used to play for the Eagles that, before he got hurt was balling out? What about the Commanders get that Wentz?
So is Fitzpatrick still on the team?
So who?
Fitzpatrick.
I don't think
he signed
so.
I think he signed a 1 year deal.
I thought he got released. I thought he was retiring or something like that.
Okay.
He was hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, if he's still on the team, this is what's gonna happen. Carson Wentz gonna come out there, he's gonna play inspired football. Then he gonna get hurt. And Fitzpatrick gonna take over and do what he does. Like every time he has to back somebody up, he takes their job. So it's like with the Commanders, they have a good running back, nice receiving core, good offensive line. Like you said, they're a very talented team. They got off Landon Collins. But man, quarterback play is everything. That's why we didn't, think about the 49ers and the Rams. They both was going after Matthew Stafford, and the team that got him won the Super Bowl. So it's big. We'll see.
I'm just wondering. I wonder did the Commanders check with the Raiders first before they pulled this? Cause I feel like they put Derek Carr on this
That's
team.
a better fit.
They might be better than the Cowboys. They probably are better than the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys in turmoil right now.
So I'm
aren't
wondering,
they with Jerry Jones maybe having an outside child?
yeah, they got a lot of things going on. Old man getting busy, and now he got a daughter or whatever. But if they Commanders would got landed Derek Carr, I think they would probably been better than the Cowboys. Cause right now, they were talking about how the Cowboys are, they likely to part ways with Mark Cooper. They asked DeMarcus Lawrence to take a pay cut, and he declined. And they were expected to restructure Dak's contract.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, Dak ain't going for that. That's
No.
not gonna happen. He just got that deal.
Well, they looked at him last year like you didn't play up to the deal.
Right.
I think that would happen. And
It's
now
not
they
gonna
the
happen.
cap, man, the cap is hurting them. They gave Dak all that money, and now they can't. They pay Zeke, they pay
Zeke,
Dak.
Zeke's the problem.
Yep.
He's making too much, and he's not. Ever since he got that contract, he ain't been the same.
You can't mess with a guy's new deal because it's just not possible. Not right now. I mean, you saying he didn't play up to the deal, but he played on a bad ankle. He was not healthy. Like you could tell that was not the Dak we saw the year before. He may not ever be that Dak again, but you're right about the Commanders, man. That name is starting to fit well. The Commanders. The Commanders.
Oh,
They
take
gonna keep
charge,
somebody behind.
Commanders.
Zeke, though.
Hey, they
Hey,
gonna keep
if we're being
somebody
honest.
behind, man. We're making fun of them right now, but the Commanders gonna come out shooting at everything.
Man,
Hey,
they said we revamping our image. Dang it, we ain't gonna be a laughing stock anymore.
did y'all watch some of the Cowboys games last year?
Oh
I
yeah,
did.
Did y'all not think? Did y'all not think Tony Pollard looked a lot better than Zeke?
Yes.
he
Yes.
had a way more burst when he hit them. When he made them cuts upfield, it was like he was shot out of a cannon. That boy was gone, and Deke was slow and methodical. He
They
was
might
just
not be
like
able to keep him.
pick his spots where to move and where to hit. But Pollard shot up the gut,
They might
hit
not
the
be able to
hole,
keep him.
bam, gone, 20 yards, gain, just like that.
Yeah, they might not be able to keep him. Tony
Oh
I,
Pollard.
yeah, he takes free agency right now. They can't pay Pollard. He's gone.
I think Pollard. I mean, that's an example right there why you don't pay running backs. Like I feel like they're so replaceable in the right offense because now most of the time most teams are passing the ball so much. I mean, you want the catching backs like the ones that are speedy and I don't know, man. I just feel like paying a running back's not smart.
So you want to pay Jonathan Taylor?
I'm talking
No,
about, okay. I mean, yeah, I'd pay Jonathan Taylor or Derrick Henry, but like,
See,
no,
McCaffrey. What happened is, guys,
He
McCaffrey
said,
left a sour taste in Gatwood's mouth.
no.
He
You
won.
can't.
He won
"Are
fancy this year,
so
despite of
you wouldn't
McCaffrey.
pay Derrick Henry?"
Let me tell you why, man. Derrick Henry is on the back nine. He's getting hurt more. He's getting. I wouldn't pay. I paid Jonathan Taylor before I paid Derrick Henry because
Hmm.
Derrick Henry gets hit a lot. He's been taking a lot of pounding. Like they run him too much. But here's my thing about running backs. I think Kyle Shanahan changed my mind about that. Every year he's been there, he had 1,000. Somebody's different than been 1,000 yard back. Elijah Mitchell was the guy this year. Watch next year be
Hmm.
Trey Sermon. It's like I'm telling y'all, man. Like it's four guys in the league that is elite. It's Jonathan Taylor, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, and
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey when he's healthy.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't think Davin Cook is up there.
He
No,
right there. I'll give him. He five is good. Five is better than four. I mean, I'll take five. I mean, but when with they're saying that everybody else is expendable, like Saquon Barkley right now, to me,
Oh yeah.
you got to get with the right team. I mean, because you once you have lower leg injuries like that as a running back, it's tough.
I
Oh,
think Saquon needs to get in like a Fournette situation. Like how Fournette kind of they said he was kind of falling off a little bit. He goes to the Bucks.
no.
Yeah, that's
What?
I don't think Fournette was falling off. I think
No,
the Jaguars just didn't like know what Fournette was bringing to the table. I
I
seen
didn't. I
Fournette
didn't think
play.
that. I didn't think that. I'm just saying,
Oh,
like
okay.
people were saying that though.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing it. But Barkley, I'm calling it right now. Barkley, he's a bust.
whoa now
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I'm
Said a
calling it.
bus.
I
I'm
see.
not
Yeah,
saying he's a bust, but
with the
yeah.
it was
Giants.
injuries.
Giants though, he played for the Giants. The little
It
Giants.
don't matter. It don't matter who he played for.
That's
Really?
Like,
an example right there. Fournette on the Jags.
but
Right.
Fournette was Jab ran over 1,000 yards though.
Yeah, but listen, man, you
So
saying
did
that
Saquon his rookie year.
Saquon's only been in the league what 2-3 years now. I
Let
mean,
me tell you why though. I seen him come back from the injuries. He just don't look the same. He can't make the same moves and make people miss. He not breaking tackles. He
dude,
not. I'm trying to
listen,
tell you. I'm telling you right now. I
If
watched a couple
you
of Giants games. 'Cause I had Booker on my fantasy team, so I watched a couple of
yeah,
Giants
Booker's
games.
good. Booker's good.
Booker was killing it with the same O line, the same running play, where Barkley was getting 2 yards, Booker was getting 5 or 6.
But this is coming off the year off the injury though. So next year he should be better. And this is the
Mm.
thing. Don't let him go to San Francisco or the teams that like to run the ball, Green Bay or you guys, the Saints that could run it, like he'd be able to spell Alvin Kamara somewhere where they run the football, we run the out of it. So you think Saquon would look good as a 49er? That's scary.
Yeah,
Like
Oh
you
no, I don't
I
live
agree
here.
with that. I agree
wait.
with that.
The
I'm not
Denver
seeing it.
Broncos. The Denver Broncos. You don't think he would look good? They don't have a running back over there. They
They
got the
do.
Williams kid, but
I think he's gonna be good. That
He
running back
can't
room.
look good if he can't learn how to he can't break tackles and learn how to hit the holes. It's not gonna do any good. What team he play behind? It had to be behind a top 5 O line that just open up the heavens gates for
what
him.
did he do to you?
I drafted him for one reason in
Okay,
fantasy.
this is fantasy talk, bro.
Sound,
No,
sound,
Back to
sound real personal.
reality. Let's go back to
You know,
reality.
you
He's
know where I
really a
think he should
beast.
go. Y'all know where I
What?
think he should go. The
Where?
Bills. The Bills.
Yeah. They missing a
Bills
running
don't
back.
commit to the run. They don't commit to the run.
They need a running back though.
But Ben, you talking like he just got to be a workhorse or something though.
Yeah, you want him to be Earl Campbell.
Saquon can catch the
I'm
ball.
not seeing it. I'm just saying that when he do get his touches, he's not making the most of them. And I asked the Giants fans that. I asked him. He does a Giants podcast. I said, you think y'all should trade Barkley? He said, yeah. He said he just haven't been doing nothing.
Man, if
He
you're a
jumped
Giants
off.
fan, if you're a Giants fan, it's gonna be all negativity anyways.
Yeah, but you're in the
No, actually, he had positive things to say about Daniel Jones. He don't think it's Daniel Jones' fault. He thinks it's the offensive play calling and the O-line.
So
And
say
he don't
The
have
poor
the
guy's
receiver.
delusional. The poor guy's delusional.
But he's right. What do Daniel Jones have?
He's trash.
He's not trash.
How you know? Like, how do you know that when he have no receivers?
wait a minute, man. So you will give Daniel Jones a pass, but
Yeah, Daniel
Saquon
Jones.
don't get a pass?
Yeah, because
That don't
Daniel
make
Jones is available. Barkley haven't been available ever since he came in the league.
He missed 1 year, right? 2 years.
No, he missed every year. He missed.
not his rookie year.
He was rookie year.
So, okay, he missed 2 years of his 3 years back to back.
Okay, the first year.
And he
First
missed
time-
some playing time this year. He missed like 6 or 7 games this year.
I mean, man, you're not trying to play for the Giants. They're gonna mix game. It's load management.
Well, hey, you saw that game. It was John versus Cowboys when he hurt his ankle. Remember that?
But he was the guy that scored a touchdown that cost me. When I tell you, I was $2,500 to the good if he don't walk in the end zone the way he did. So, and I didn't think when I looked at him, I'm like, there's no way he's going. The Saints are not let. The Saints got
Let
a
me tell
great
you.
defense. There's
Let
no
me tell
way.
you why. Let me tell you why he scored that. Marshawn didn't take him seriously. Marshawn do this. Tyler know what I'm talking about. Marshawn was on Saquon. They wide him out. Marshawn was looking somewhere else. He didn't expect the ball to go to Saquon. I don't know what Marshawn do. He don't take certain people seriously, and he didn't take them seriously, and that's how he scored. I saw he wide. Marshawn was in a different way. He was looking somewhere else.
Marshawn Lattimore is who you talking about?
Yeah, when he
All
was
right,
on
right,
Barkley. That's
right
how
there,
Barkley
down.
scored that touchdown.
Ben, you go back.
Right there.
Ben, you go back to the 2017 draft. You still taking Marshawn Lattimore 11th overall
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he done wonders for our secondary.
with Deshaun going 12th right behind him.
I mean, at that point, we still had Drew, so we didn't see Drew falling off like he did. And then, if you look at all the things that happened to us, we could at least got one more Super Bowl. So, yeah, I would just kept it like it is.
Mm.
I mean, if it wasn't for that no call, then probably beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, to be honest.
I agree with that.
So, I wouldn't change anything. But y'all gonna see what I'm saying about Barkley. I promise you. Y'all gonna see it. And y'all gonna come back to me in the middle of October or November like, dang, bro, Barkley, he's bad. He's bad. He can't do nothing.
That dude got the work ethic though, man.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing about work that. I'm saying about his ability now. I don't know if the injuries did something to him, but he don't have the same burst. If you go back and watch some of the film from this past season, he couldn't break arm tackles. And I think that's why they started splitting carries with him, Booker. And when you compare their stats and stuff, he was like, how is Saquon getting beat out by Booker? Devontae Booker. How is that possible?
I'm gonna explain to you how it's possible. Same reason why Tony Pollard is running harder than Zeke, because Zeke is paid. Saquon is on that rookie deal. I think he's on a rookie deal, and which was a high. It was a high number. So them guys are running for their life. They're trying to get that salary, man. It's kind of like with Mostert. It's kind of like remember when Lamonte Murray came to you guys? Lamonte Murray came to the Saints. How hard he was running
Yeah.
to get the next contract. So I'm not saying that both of those guys gonna tail off once they get paid, but sometimes the backup guys, he's trying to prove something. So maybe that's it.
We gonna see. I don't hate Barkley, man. I don't got nothing against the dude, but I'm just seeing what I see when I watch the games. There was a report out that the Eagles were gonna trade for Calvin Ridley until this whole gambling situation happened. I think that would have been huge for the Eagles, man, especially with Devontae Smith, man. And I forgot the other kid's name. I think he went to Southern Miss, to be honest.
Quez,
Wes Watkins, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah,
They
Ridley and Smith were teammates in college.
exactly. So the Eagles were looking into
Really?
getting Ridley onto Eagles, and now, like, see what I'm saying? The effects of doing something stupid. You could have been on the Eagles, who went to the playoffs last year.
man, I gotta go. I gotta apologize to you on this podcast because I felt like you was being a little hard on Ridley for the
Nah,
field.
go ahead. I want to hear it.
But when I really thought about it, man, I listened to other people talk, I'm like, this guy really blew off his whole salary for $2,500. Like he didn't really when they said what's gonna lose in a year. I'm like, wow, like dude, you didn't think about like the money that you was gonna win was nothing compared to what you actually make as a football player. Like he didn't think that out, and then he's laughing and playing and joking about it. There's something really wrong with him.
That would make me be a little bit more harsh on him, because he tweeting and playing around like it's nothing serious. Dude, you lost 11 million, bro. Like, why are you laughing about that? I'll be beating myself up over something that I could have avoided altogether. Like, is it really that much important to bet on NFL games? Like, I would probably just bet on NBA games. I don't think it's nothing against the rules of betting on NBA games. I mean, if you really want to bet on something, I was talking to my friend yesterday. He bet on hockey games. So I was like,
Is your
dude,
friend a hockey player?
no, he don't know nothing about hockey. He said he hit like 6 or 7 parlays. Just
I started doing that. Trust me, it's easy.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
He
said, cause you basically know who the top teams are. You just bet, and it's not like NBA or NFL where a sorry team gonna beat the good team. In hockey, it's always gonna be the good teams winning out, because that's how far, like, the talent wise is. It's a huge gap in talent in hockey.
Yeah, to me, it was just the fact that it wasn't so much the bet itself. It's the fact that you're not supposed to do this.
Exactly.
And and you're just gonna lose money for it.
Yeah.
It ain't the fact that it ain't the act of betting to me.
Right. It's the like you said, it's like, man, you knew better. Like, what, I mean, you just was bored. Like, you know what, I'm gonna do something stupid today. What can I do?
I'm gonna bet on these games right here.
Yeah, I mean, and then the thing about it is like, I mean, he don't care. You can just tell he don't care.
He talking about, I don't
Well,
have a gambling problem, fam. That's not the point.
yeah, that's not the point. That's not what. Man, I promise, man. Some of these players, they need some better role models or something, because that wasn't even the point. The point is, you did something that it was outlawed, and you don't care about that. You lost that much money. You hurt your family. You hurt your own pockets. When you hurt your own pockets, that's the problem.
Who in your circle though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who giving you advice, man? People trying to be cool with the other guys, man, but they need to surround themselves with the right people. So you won't that the right people won't let you lose 11 million.
Doggone right.
Tyler,
You know what I'm saying?
Tyler, you remember how I said that Ridley and Devontae played together in college? Yeah, they had Ridley, Devontae Smith, Judy, and Ruggs all at the same time that year. They won the championship in 2018.
That is crazy. They come out to the draft so fast. I don't even.
I know.
Y'all remember that touchdown pass that Tua threw for the game winner against Georgia that year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was when Devontae Smith was a freshman. He caught that ball.
Wow.
Yeah, Tyler, you never seen that picture of it was Jerry Judy, Devontae Smith, Henry Ruggs,
And Calvin Ridley.
and Ridley. Was it Ridley?
Yeah,
Yeah, they all on the field at Alabama walking.
Nick Saban's a dog, man.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I seen the picture. It's just crazy to think about that they were all there at one point.
4 first-round picks.
Yeah,
And I remember saying Devontae Smith, I used to always be like, oh, he looked like he 9 pounds, 6 ounces. Like he was really little back then. Like he's like really small. I said he's not gonna make it to the league.
Man, Heisman.
If you're a receiver, go to Alabama. Cause look who they produce, man. They produce a lot of receivers.
Or LSU. LSU too.
Yeah, LSU too.
Yeah, Alabama got him. Starting going all the way back to Amari and Julio.
Yeah.
I don't know now.
Hey, you got Odell, Jamar, Jarvis Landry.
If you saying productive
Jefferson,
it's close.
Then they I think Jake Reed went to LSU. The receiver. And he was an all-pro receiver.
Oh, you got early dudes. They got a lot of names. I'm saying productive receivers in the National Football League.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Like Julio, Amari Cooper.
Ridley.
I think it's still Bama, but it's closer.
And then we forgot about that Waddle just came out.
Oh
and
yeah.
Look what Waddle doing with the Dolphins. My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Saving a dog.
Yeah, he's a dog, bro, for real.
He's in somebody's house right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's in somebody's house right now lying.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy that one of them had to be the 4th string receiver that year. And they were a first-round pick.
Probably was Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, with that decision he made, probably Henry Ruggs.
really was fighting for the 4th string. Just based off the decision making, it was probably Ruggs or either Ridley that was 4th string. Because didn't really have a brother that played at Alabama.
He played for Georgia, I think.
Yeah, Riley Ridley. He played at Georgia and got drafted 2nd round by the Bears.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. All right, let's go with some NFL news real quick. Mike Gesicki was franchise tagged by the Dolphins. Buccaneers are signing a franchise tag to Chris Godwin. I don't know y'all remember the conversation we had last year where Chris Godwin decided to stay with the Bucs. No, dude, you should have got paid. Now look at you. Franchise tag coming off the injury. Packers franchise tag Devontae Adams. Cowboys franchise tag Dalton Shorts. And we already talked about Bobby Radner getting released. And Harold Landry, the third, the Titans have franchise tagged him as well. So they're trying to keep their guys all in check. Oh yeah, the Giants, not the Giants, but the Commanders, they're gonna release Landon Collins. I can see why. He's a little bit washed up, man. He lost a step. But he said he claimed they asked him to take a pay cut. And he said he already took one already. And he said after he seen they give him all the money to Carson Wentz, he really don't care anymore, basically.
You can't pay a box safety that much.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the Saints let go Von Bell. Von Bell's a box safety. And we brought back Malcolm Jenkins, who's a little bit better. But yeah, Landon Collins, he's gonna be released.
You know, being a box safety, Jamal Adams has catfished the National Football League because that's what he box safety. And I know y'all don't know this name, but a box safety cost me a Super Bowl trip. You saw him; he had box hands; he couldn't catch nothing. So I mean, you need a guy that can make plays, man. Where's anybody seen Earl Thomas?
Yeah. Dude, him and Cam Chancellor were the perfect duo. They were the perfect complement of safeties.
Cam Chancellor can play the short to mid game, and Earl Thomas was a roamer.
The ball hawk.
Ball hawk. That's what you need, really, in your safeties. But, hey, it is what it is. Dustin, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up?
Nothing much, man. You ready for this? You ready for this NBA talk?
Man, you know I stay ready.
NBA guy.
All right, we're gonna go and cut to the chase. I'm gonna go ahead and get this over with, whatever. I know y'all watching the 76ers and Nets game.
What game,
I'll just
bro?
say
What
this.
game? I turned
Y'all
that
left
off.
it up right now. Y'all party it up right now, but I'm pretty sure once they meet again, it's gonna be different.
Yeah,
I'm saying that right now.
it's gonna be
If
a
y'all
different
wondering
score.
if
Different
people at
score.
home wondering what I'm talking about, the Nets are it's indescribable what the Nets are doing to the 76ers right now.
Doing what me
But
and Tyler said what would happen. That
they
was you referring
they
to.
they win at 114-82 of the 76ers. So live it up, guys. I
But that's
mean,
like 30 points, bro.
cl- clock. You know,
All right,
every
bro.
dog has his day, as they say. But I'm pretty sure I'll keep my bet streak undefeated. I'm not worried. So we can go ahead and talk about this game because the game pretty much over. From what I observed, the net shooting is freaking believable.
Wait,
They don't miss.
Is that not what me and Tyler were trying to get across to you?
yeah, yes, sir.
Is that not what we were trying to continuously get across to you?
Yeah.
It don't matter. It don't matter what they do, bro. I'm a Harden stan.
I hear you, bro. Hey, listen, man, I'm with you. Ride with your guy, but guess what? Your guy don't know where he going. Listen, he's not gonna lead you nowhere. And you know what's crazy? I'm scared of Kyrie because he ain't played all year. You
And
ain't seen the best yet.
he came back right in rhythm.
Wow.
Yeah, he's making shots, man. He look good out there.
I think
He look active.
he
He
took
had
that
active
James Harden
hands.
matchup personally.
My goodness, I don't know, man.
I'm laughing at Embiid. I'm not laughing at James. I'm laughing at Embiid because, dude, you don't throw your teammate under the bus. And basketball isn't won and lost with one play. Like, you can't just say this guy lost the game because he didn't take shots. I mean, there are other players on the floor. I mean, it's a team sport, and that's what pissed me off about Embiid. You try to make this all about one guy. It's bigger than one guy, man.
But man, let's be honest. It was about him though. Ben
Okay,
Simmons
it
didn't
was.
contribute
I
nothing.
agree and disagree because like you were at the end, especially in the playoffs, like a lot of games going to be close, and if you can't make free throws, you become a huge liability
I agree with
because
that.
free throws can that can be a huge difference on whether you win or lose games. And because I mean, what was his free throw shooting percent? I forgot. It was something
30.
crazy
It
though.
was like in the 30s in the playoffs that year.
But you don't win a championship without Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant. You gotta have, regardless of his deficiencies and what he can't do, you still need that guy. And you can't throw that guy under the bus because he can always get better. And I'm with you. He got to do that. He got to make shots. But he was really good in that Toronto Raptors series. You remember that
But
series?
They
that's the
were
problem.
Kawhi man.
But specifically what you just said, that's why I have a problem with Ben Simmons. Is because you get paid millions and millions of dollars a year to do what I'm pretty sure 80% of guys in the world would love to get paid to do, and that's to play whatever your favorite sport is,
Right.
get paid for it, and be famous. And all you have to do, you have all the resources, you have all the money, you have all the coaches to get in the gym and better your game every year. And he has not done that. He is the exact same player coming out of LSU.
Right.
While you have Lonzo wet. Like you can't leave Lonzo open no more.
Even Giannis
It, it
is
I mean,
improved this
even
year.
Giannis, yeah. He's gotten decent, but I mean, to me, if you look at Lonzo when he first came in the league and how ugly that shot was, and how guys would step off of him, and I think his free throw shooting percentage was low as a point guard. Like I think it was in the low 70s. Now I think it's somewhere in the 80s. I think he's above 38% from the three now. Got a real nice stroke. So if you decide to get in the gym and work on your game, you can get better. And Ben Simmons hadn't done that. And And if I was his teammate, I'd be on him too. It's like I remember D Wade used to tell a story about um, he stayed in practice with Shaq till Shaq made 10 free throws in a row every practice.
Oh, that was there forever.
I know. I was like,
But
bro, I
they
got
beat.
stuff to do.
Hey,
I don't
but
have
they
time
beat
to waste
Dallas.
like
That
this.
they
Hey, they
beat
probably
Dallas
they
that year.
probably they probably invented DoorDash because they were there a long time with Shaq.
For real.
Oh man.
Yeah, I feel y'all, but you just can't call them out to the media in public
No, you
like that.
can't do that.
That's messed up.
So
I think that,
hold on. So y'all have no problem. Y'all have a problem with B doing it, but then Bruce Arians do the same thing to Tom.
but listen, wait. Tom
It
Brady
depends.
has thicker skin than Tom Brady and Ben Simmons are like that's totally two different type of athletes. Tom looks for controversy.
Oh, so
He
y'all
love
say cuddle Ben Simmons play
no,
to.
no. That's what I'm saying. Like Ben Simmons, this is the problem with Ben Simmons. Like my guy said, this is what he do. He been told he's been great all his life, but I
Hmm.
think the problem I have with him is Giannis is this. If you look at Giannis and you look at Ben Simmons, the difference between the players is the work that Giannis put in. That's it. That's it. Giannis is a complete player. He does everything. He can bring it up the court. He can finish at the basket. He's not afraid to take the shot. He's not afraid that everybody in the crowd is counting when he shoot free throws. Ben is terrified.
Scared.
So, but my thing is, Giannis is his upbringing is different. Nobody probably he went from being the most improved player to the MVP of the league. It's the work. Ben is not putting in any work, man. The fact that he's not playing tonight tells you everything you need to know about Ben Simmons. So
Giannis got hard. I
yeah,
mean,
Yeah, like
Giannis an airball a free throw, and he'll come right back down
But yeah,
and
that
go
just.
shoot a pull up three.
But it's like they just came up there. Giannis had the. He has like a story behind him. Ben,
yeah.
like RC said, he just been told he was good all
Every
his
spoon
life.
in his mouth.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Benson.
Well, yeah, I heard a lot of things. I heard like his sisters and his mom still like wash all his clothes, and like they pretty much,
No
Oh my
shot.
Man, I
god.
wish I can take my stuff
yeah,
over to my mom's house.
Yeah, it's true, man. I
yeah,
know
they pretty
athletes
much take
personally.
care of him. They
I
pretty
know
much still
athletes
take care of him.
personally that's still going through that. That still got that kind of treatment from their parents and their relatives do everything. They can't do nothing for themselves. So I know that personally. Yeah. Mhm.
All right. So what I'm thinking is when Ben Simmons gets into his lineup, it's gonna change how they play. So that's what I'm banging on. I'm changing my aspect of the Nets. I'm
No.
hoping
He
that when
fit
Ben
with
Simmons,
them though, man. He fit
I
with
don't
them.
know. I think they gonna play Westbrook ball. I
Yeah, but think
think
about
that they're
this.
gonna.
Think about this. I'm a Sixers. I'm wanting to side with the Sixers, but man, if Ben Simmons is struggling, they can just take him out. I mean, they got all these other
But
people.
That's what
hey,
I said.
okay, but did we not mention how Ben Simmons is had his mental problems here?
It's the
So
perfect
you
fit,
take him
man.
out. So
Ben,
He
you
listen,
don't.
take him out.
it's
Heck yeah, I'm taking him
Draymond
out, bro.
Green.
If
He's
he's
First
if
of
back.
he's
He's
out
all,
here,
back
first of
sulking.
all,
if
first
he's
of
So
out
you
all,
here
take him
getting
out.
Ben
He's
knocking
back
Simmons,
sulking.
dunks,
Ben Simmons done having a mental problem. Let's get that
No,
out the way.
You
if
take him
if
out.
hey, if Ben Simmons is out here not wanting to dunk the ball when he's right by the rim like he did in the playoffs, just put Seth Curry in, man. I promise you, he'll take the.
So he gonna be. I mean, so he gonna make the kid feel bad. So you take him out.
Who
listen.
cares, man?
Ben,
You're trying to win a championship.
ben
He
Simmons.
cares.
Ben Simmons is in a perfect situation. Perfect. Like okay, this lineup with Ben. You go Ben Simmons playing at the four. Put him at the four.
Yeah,
All he got to do is rebound, and then he's a mismatch at the four for anybody.
yep.
Like
Mhm.
except Giannis, maybe. But everybody else, he gonna get the business to. He love playing around the basket. See, man, I think the thing is, and this is why I give James Harden a hard time. But he's a mismatch when he's playing point guard. Okay, when he's playing, when you put certain guys at certain positions, with as multi talented like those guys are, and see, Ben is this team can be championship. I'm talking about scary good because they have everything you need to win. They have depth. They have guys who won before, and they got a wild card in Ben Simmons. Oh,
It's just man.
Seth
What the
Curry.
what the 76ers, they just gave up too much in trade. And then
Nah, that's
I
not
don't
what you
like
were
that
saying 2 weeks
they
ago.
watching V too much, man.
Tell him that.
That's not what you were saying 2 weeks ago.
what's all that?
Hey, like I analyzed today and I changed my opinion. Why can't I do that? Why
Nah,
why
bro.
I gotta stick to the same narrative? I gotta be
Yes,
like
yes, sir.
Skip
Yes,
Yeah,
and
sir.
keep banging the
Ab-
drum.
Yes, sir.
absolutely have
Keep
to
Beat
stay
that
the
to the
same
drum,
same
buddy.
energy.
narrative.
Hey,
Keep that
I'm riding
same
with my
energy,
guy.
man.
Hey,
Keep that same energy.
Boy, I
hey,
tell
I'm
you that.
keeping that same energy. I will sync
Yeah, I'm
with
still with the
James
Seven
Harden.
Sisters.
I'll
I mean,
sync
I'm
with
locked
James
and
Harden.
loaded.
Y'all know
I,
I've always sunk with James Harden, bro.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want to curse James Harden out tonight, but
What he got?
it's all
11
good.
points. What he
It's
got? 11 points.
Hey, you
I gotta stay focused on the mission here.
James
And
Harden. James Harden is a great player, but the problem with James Harden is James Harden might be like the third player on. He should have stayed in the role that he was in because I understand Kyrie was a wild card. He wasn't on the team a lot, but James, you playing next to Kevin Durant, brother, and Kyrie Irving. All you got to do is just be James Harden. Like there's no pressure on you. Philadelphia is a lot of pressure. It's like New York, and Chicago, and LA. They're gonna be expecting a lot. He ain't gonna be able to deliver that by himself.
All
man,
I'm saying is like Philly was screaming MVP for KD.
man, yeah, I would too if KD put on that type of
Yes.
performance. That dude did not miss from mid
But you know
range.
who he did it
He's
for, Ben?
automatic.
Ben, you know who that performance was for? I guarantee you. It was for James and it was for Ben Simmons. I guarantee you he did that. Said, man, I got you, bro. Don't worry about tonight. We finna smash them. Cause that's
I
what
think it was
teammates
more for
do.
James. I think
MB,
it was more for
Oh my
James.
goodness,
I think it was more for
you
James.
make it sound all good, man.
y'all want to
I
hear?
MB,
think it was more for
MB.
James.
This how you treat your teammate, dog. You put him on your back. But I'm with you, man. He probably did it for James, the way James left. But I think they like Ben Simmons. You
I
know,
don't know. I've been watching little clips. I ain't really seen KD or Kyrie really interact with him all that much. Like I mostly see him around like Patty Mills.
but
I guess since they both from Australia,
don't Ben Simmons
but I don't
seem
really see him interact.
don't he seem like a loner though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, he'll never be like the leader type. I feel like he is just like the I don't know. He's the soft spoken guy.
Yeah, like if he's on Call of Duty, he never say anything. He just breathing.
I don't know.
And
He's
being
just
I
there,
feel
breathing.
like I feel like he's more narcissistic.
I agree.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
so I guess y'all right about this game. But as we move on to the series, when we watch these teams go in the playoffs, I think it'll be totally different. I
Yeah,
think
Tyler.
I really think the 76ers was trying to fill them up and see
It's gonna be a
because they weren't
race.
quite sure how
Fill
to play
'em up.
defense on them because they wouldn't guard the 3-point line. They were guarding the paint. They was like
Why would
guarding
you
the
not
mid
go on the
range.
3 point line? You have
Huh?
Kyrie, KD, Seth Curry, Patty Mills. Like
I don't want this team shooting from three, point blank.
Tyler.
Yo,
They gonna get them mid range buckets anyway.
Tyler, what about them Rockets that can't even legally drink yet, beating LeBron last night?
did y'all
Yeah,
did
let's
y'all
switch the
hear?
subject. Thank you,
Did y'all hear?
Catwood.
Did y'all see what they said? Jalen Green said to LeBron, bro.
Nah, he didn't say that. Did
I
he
don't
really
think he
say
did
that?
either. I don't think he
What
said
what
that
what'd he
either.
say?
They said he walked in the locker room and patted LeBron and said something like, "It's gonna be a long effing night tonight."
No, that was from the Last Dance documentary when Michael Jordan would go in the locker room and said that to somebody.
They
Yeah,
said
Yeah.
they
Will.
said
Yeah,
Jalen Green said that though.
yeah, but that was
So you
like
said Jalen
that was a
Green?
joke.
Oh,
Okay.
so you? Oh, 'cause I wasn't for
Yeah, that was a
sure
LeBron,
if
joke.
that really happened. 'Cause
No, it
I want,
didn't,
LeBron too
yeah.
sensitive
But,
to take that. He would have been back
bro.
fighting, bro.
We're like
but they
15 and
said,
40,
but
bro.
Jalen Green did say the whole game plan was to attack Anthony.
Yeah, but dude, we're like 15 and 45, bro. Jalen Green didn't go in their locker room and say nothing.
Mm-mm.
I
But
was
listen,
gonna say that's
I
kind of
watched that
crazy.
game. I don't watch very many Laker games, being a Laker fan this year, but Houston got some talent, and this is the crazy part. It's like LeBron. I feel sorry for Westbrook. I think Westbrook is the scapegoat because LeBron was making those same turnovers Westbrook made, and
Hmm.
then his body language, and then he had a play where he could seal the game with a dunk. He did the same thing Ben Simmons did. He checked out and passed it to Melo, and I'm like, like this is people not watching this game because it's the Houston Rockets and the Lakers. But if you could watch them play teams, a lot of nights he just checks out.
I think
Yeah.
But I
Houston does
mean,
have.
like,
Like, I'm very excited for the Rockets' future. Did you watch the game? You know that Sagoon guy, bro. I think he's a baby Jokic.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good.
yeah. Houston got a bright future. But I mean, I don't really think Westbrook is a scapegoat. I think he's a scapegoat, but everything about him is, I mean, he's been true. People been
But
sagging
wait,
off of him. He just
answer this,
used the triple doubles to cover it up.
answer this
But
for me. Is he
yeah,
not in? Is he not in the J.R. Smith role with LeBron? Like they blame J.R. Smith for everything. Like they blame stuff. Now, like,
I can't take up for Jr. Because
but
he
every team LeBron has a Mario Chalmers, a J.R. Smith. He has to have a guy that he can blame for stuff. Like, and Westbrook is in that seat.
You think that's Brian's fault though?
Yeah, but listen, you know J.R. Smith before you even pick him up. He's gonna give you
Yeah.
some issues. Like you know these. You knew Westbrook. How drunk and high were you when you were sitting in there talking to Westbrook? That you believe that Westbrook was gonna be able to play with LeBron James? How?
That's fair. That's very fair.
I don't know what LeBron was thinking with
Yeah, that
that
loss
one.
was on
Scapegoat.
him. That loss was
But
on him last night though, for sure.
yeah, it was. But I
Westbrook
mean,
played
he had
good.
done that. You know, LeBron's done that before, especially like early on in his career. Like that first stint with Cleveland, he do that all the time.
Yeah, he good for checking out a game now.
And man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. A guy told me this earlier, y'all, and I conspiracy theories throw me for a loop sometimes. But he was like, man, if you had a chance to get DeMar DeRozan and Buddy Hield, and you chose Russell Westbrook, you're chasing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because if you put those two guys on your team, you're taking shots away from LeBron James, bunch of shots. So this might be a chase a stat year type LeBron because he's shooting, he's playing totally out of character. He's coming down, jacking up shots. That ain't even how he played in the past. So it's a totally different guy than what we remember. Like 56, and they were all jumpers. Like not LeBron
That's
James.
unheard of.
So since I'm a Rockets fan, I want to hear y'all's input on my young Rockets. So what y'all think about Jalen Green?
I think there's some like stuff with his game he needs to work on, but I feel like he'll work on it. Like being more consistent with his shot and things like that. But I mean, he has crazy athleticism. It seems to me like he has a work ethic. I know he felt some type of way about not going number one in the draft. And I like to hear that.
Yeah. What about KPJ?
I think he's gonna be good too.
I
I
think
think he's
they
gonna be
all
good too.
talented. I just think the one thing that they need to work on, they take some really tough shots.
Yeah.
That's
I
because
think
they
they
just
need to.
young.
Yeah, I think they really need to work on like getting easier shots. All that dribbling and step back and all that, you don't gotta do all that every time, bro.
Yeah.
But other than that, they real
They
talented.
just young. They just young and raw, but like especially if they could get like a I don't know if they could get like some type of guidance, whether it be on coaching staff, maybe bring in like a vet.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They
They'll
do have
be.
John Wall, but he's not playing.
John,
Nah,
somebody
John
rescue
Wall
John
talking
Wall.
about going back to the Wizards.
they need a culture guy.
You know who would have been perfect there? I know he's in. I know he's with the Pelicans, but they need a CJ McCullough.
And that
Yeah. I agree with
I
that.
agree,
Yeah.
They
100.
need a.
percent
He's a great. He surprised me how great of a leader he is, man. I mean, that's what they need. The Rockets is a CJ McCollum away from being back in the mix. I don't know who that guy is out there, but they need that guy.
Yeah, I don't think CJ wanted to go there though. I think he wants to win maybe. Then again, he is on the Pelicans, so
But he had no choice in that decision. We're gonna see how long he stays. It seems
They
like the
both be
Pelicans can't keep
devastating.
anybody.
Hey, bro, don't do my pills like that, man.
hey, I
Hey,
think
I
they
like the
got
Pelicans
talent.
too.
Yeah, they
You
got
know what I'm
talent.
saying? But I wish they would chose a different name. I don't really like the Pelican name that
I
much.
don't either, bro. But
Better than the Commanders.
that's true too.
He said better than the Commanders. I don't
Yeah,
know, man. I don't know. Pelicans is pretty bad out of all
no, man,
teams.
Pelican like Commanders just sound like man. Can you imagine? We got beat by the Commanders.
That sound like an SFL team, to be
It sound
honest.
like
So
Yeah, we got
generic.
beat by the dumb
what
Pelicans.
it sounded like. What was that team? The Harlem Globetrotters used to always play against.
The
Watch
Generals.
the Generals. The Generals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's what it
general.
sounded like. It sounded like.
Well, we're gonna see how long they stick with the Commanders. I hope they get rid of that pretty soon.
It can't go back down. I mean, it's embedded in our brain. The Commander.
I like Washington football team better.
Hey, well, there's another person that has a problem with names. Westbrook, he got into it with another fan the other night. The fan was calling his name. He said Westbrook, and Westbrook took a subject to that. He said, "Hey, put some respect on my name. Don't be disrespectful like that." He was drawing at him and everything. So after the game, he finally came out and said this. He said, "My name is getting shamed. Westbrook to me is now shaming. It's shaming my name."
Stop missing so many shots.
Hey man, I don't know. I don't even know why he said that. Like, first of all, now they gonna really say it. First of all, they gonna really say
Trademark.
it now. Second off, it like you said, like if you don't want them to call you that, do something about it. Change that. You have the power to do that.
How soft
And
is this
then
generation?
This dude
I
is
don't know.
man.
But that's the thing. Like Westbrook always acting all tough with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
Now
man.
he's
I
saying,
thought
"Don't pick
you
on
was
me."
a tough guy. Like,
Bro.
come on, man.
They can
Man,
call me.
listen, man. He was never tough, and I realized he wasn't tough, y'all. He hadn't stood up to LeBron James one time. He taking all the flack. He hadn't said LeBron ain't doing his part. And then another thing, Kobe Bryant snitched on Shaq, then had a rape charge on him. And then when he would go into arenas, man, you don't think he heard, "Hey, you rapist." You don't think he heard, "Hey, you snitch."
Mm-hmm.
And he used it as fuel. You don't think Michael Jordan gambling came up? You know, guys with heckling was probably at his all time high in the '90s. They probably was saying any and everything.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me Westbrook, which Skip Bayless was the one who started saying it, Westbrook is bothering you, and you supposed to be a Crip? You know you're a Crip now. This
Not
is
wearing a dress.
the sensitive thug.
What?
But
Sensitive thug.
Hey, what's that? Boondocks.
Yeah.
Gangsta Delicious.
Hey,
I'm like,
they can call me Westbrook all they want. I'm still making 45 mil, bro.
right, totally.
They ain't bother me not one
He
bit.
got sucked that way. And then he was upset because his wife was going back and forth on Twitter with Skip.
Yeah, I seen that.
She was doing what?
She got in an
I didn't see
argument with
that.
Skip about it was about calling him out his name or something. I don't know. It was something about
Wow.
calling somebody something.
You can't let
And
your
she didn't
wife.
agree with him. But Skip clarified that he never said actually didn't being disrespectful to anybody like that.
No, they've never. No one on TV has ever talked about Westbrook outside
Of
the
basketball.
game of basketball. As long
Exactly.
as they're not doing that, it's fair game.
Dude,
He needs to realize that. And what he's trying to do now, he's trying to pull the whole pity me, mental health aspect of it, and try to get people to simple.
but he looks broken though. The way he plays, he looks broken. Like he has no idea what he wants to do with the ball. And like when you shoot a bank shot and you hold your follow through, you're broken. Like it's a bank shot.
When
Like
you shoot
telling
a
you,
bank
bro.
shot, and
You
when
gotta make sure that
when
mug
the
go
game
in.
stop, when you shoot a bank shot, and then during the timeout, you shoot three more and break every single one. You broke down.
but not only that,
You broke down.
he looks like a video game that comes out that's glitched real bad. That has like these weird glitches, like your feet are blinking on and off,
Yeah.
or your face is drooping. That's how he gives off. He plays basketball so herky jerky, and then LeBron has him standing in the corner ready to shoot. And that's not what he does. He don't do that. But it's like, man, he got to suck that up, bro. He like,
He wanted to come to LA. Now you in LA. Deal with it. I don't want to hear all this crybaby ish talking about they shaming my name. Bro, they can call you something way worse than Westbrook.
I mean,
He should have stayed in
came from a
OKC.
long-market team. Yeah, he
Yeah,
should.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just
He
should
should
never
stay in
left.
OKC. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this what they say, the grass not always greener.
Kevin Durant was right.
To be honest, I think that's where he's gonna end up retire. I think eventually OKC is gonna be if I don't know because they got a little young squad. They turn out to be develop into a pretty good team. So I don't even know if OKC would want him back.
Well, they were talking about he might make a return to OKC.
They don't want him.
I don't know. They talking, but this might be Westbrook last season.
Yeah.
Who want him?
They're talking about him going back to OKC.
I don't know if when I'm thinking about it,
I
especially
wouldn't.
what's his name, Shade Alexander Gilchrist, whatever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't because he messed up the young developing talent.
Like I'm with you, man. Where could he go?
So he needs to go to a
Nobody.
dead franchise.
Nobody's dying like that.
Exactly. So he out of
Pistons?
luck. He said,
Maybe
"Where
Pistons.
He is
the
broke.
Pistons guy? They just drafted Cade though."
No, don't do that
Yeah,
either.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
broke for real. Like
Yeah.
y'all, the biggest drastic turn of events I've ever seen in my watching like my favorite sports team is going from Chris Paul to Russell Westbrook, bro. That's heartbreaking, man. That's
You can,
perfect basketball to the
and
worst
you
possible.
you know who you can thank for that, Gatewood? Your
Yeah,
boy James.
James
I know,
Harden.
man.
Yeah,
It took me a long time to recover from that, man.
Your
man, that's
boy.
like going
I
from
will.
Colin
I will
Kaepernick.
say this. I will say this. Kevin Durant should send Russell Westbrook like a Rolex or something. It's like after we've seen Westbrook with LeBron and James Harden, it really like people understand KD a lot better. Like they're not as hard on KD anymore. Like the way he go to
Right.
OKC.
So
If he can't play with the Jesus of basketball, that's who LeBron is. He feel like he can save anybody. He had Deion Waiters on his team at one time. He feel like he can play with anybody. If he can't play with LeBron James, he can't play. It's done. Like
Yeah, I say that one thing LeBron's gonna do. He facilitates. He gets you
he,
your shots. He puts you in
yeah.
the right
You
situation.
remember Dellavedova? Like he
He
got
was balling. He was playing with that boy was playing with confidence.
man, he got like $24 million. He robbed somebody. I think it was Milwaukee off of
yeah,
LeBron James.
I think it was
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Like, I'm like, where this guy even come from? I mean, that dude was playing like in the park defense on Steph Curry. Like he was playing real good. So yeah, Westbrook is done. Maybe the Atlanta Hawks, maybe.
no, bro.
Oh nah.
Nah,
Nah,
Trey
nah,
Young,
Trey
nah.
Young, Trey Young.
The Knicks is perfect for him, bro.
the
They're
Knicks. There it
the
is.
Knicks, the Knicks,
Yeah,
bro.
Wood, you on it, brother?
The Knicks.
There it is.
Wait, did he want to go to the Knicks anyway?
The Knicks, man.
I don't
I
know.
thought he wanted to play in New York.
There it is, man. Perfect team. Perfect fit. Turn him loose.
Turmoil.
Turn him loose.
He can get all the shots he want in New York.
Stephen A
Especially
gonna go
how
fall.
Julius Randle
Oh yeah,
has.
Stephen A would go crazy.
Nah,
He'd have a heart attack.
He said, "Please, not the Knicks."
That is the perfect fit, man.
I think
Well,
it's
he
the
don't have
only
to.
fit.
Yeah, it's the only place he could possibly go at this point.
Yeah, cause he got to revive his career after playing with LeBron. I don't know.
But I don't know
Probably
the
left a little
Knicks.
stain on his legacy, to be honest.
Another huge thing. I
He played
mean,
with
Oh.
everybody. He played
He's
with
still
every
first ballot
superstar.
now.
He played with every superstar in the book.
He's still first ballot now.
You still what?
First ballot.
It ain't hard in the NBA, bro.
well, he
Yeah,
needs to
That's
be.
true.
that's how Chris Bosh got in.
Ah, here you go, bro.
He needs to be thankful KD though. I mean, if it weren't for those solo years he had in OKC, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't think he'd have all those
I don't
triple
know.
doubles.
Yeah, he gonna get in first ballot. Cause everybody is so in awe of his triple doubles, so he gonna get in first ballot.
He would have got in. Well, no, I can't say that. I don't know if
Mm-mm.
he would have got in off them OKC years with KD there.
No, I don't think so. Well, yeah, he probably been.
He would've
not
got in,
first
but I don't
ballot.
know
He would
about
got in, but in first ballot.
He could actually shoot a little bit then, though.
Yeah, he could play. He was a different player, man. Like I think
He
he
was an
was
all-around player.
before he got the knee injury and before he started smelling this urine. Like he
I
was
mean, he couldn't shoot. I mean, he had that decent. I remember in his during his prime years, he did have a decent like 15-foot pull up jumper. But again, he was getting to take a lot more shots to build his rhythm up, and that does, especially once you get become an older player. Your rhythm is a little bit more important. And now he don't get as many shots, and he got to kind of pick his spots here and there. And he not, well, shoot, he really had never been automatic. So
I
I
mean,
mean, but I mean, now that his athleticism is starting to wane,
even
like
his MVP year, he shot like 34% from three, which is respectable.
Mm-hmm.
He
He
probably
just
been a
went
lot of.
backwards to me. From what I've seen. His gameplay just went backwards.
He's broken, man.
It's hard to describe, man. It's just
It's honestly
crazy
kind of
how.
sad though, because like the
Yeah.
thing I respect about him is he plays so hard, but
He never gave up
He's like
on a
Giannis.
play.
Giannis
yeah,
play hard every night.
he done. I don't see that hard no more. It's gone. It's saying like he is very completely
He
broken.
just don't think.
I mean, I would be. I honestly would not be surprised if he retired because he looked like he does
He,
not look like playing the game basketball
Yeah, cause when did
anymore.
fans even start bothering him? He been hearing chants and hate like his whole career. So, and he always had these memes in the media where they ask him stuff like, now it's all nonchalant about it. But now
Yeah,
it seems like,
Because he
he
could
was
always
all
go out and
forgiveness
get a
early in
triple
his career.
double. He could always go out and get a triple double and change the narrative. And now that ain't the triple double. Even if he did go out and get triple double now, like it's not going. The Lakers, if you get triple doubles and losses, y'all not winning. Nobody care about those triple doubles.
Right.
I mean, how many more years does he have left on this contract? That big contract he's got. I
well,
I
they're
mean,
mean,
talking about parting ways with him this year after the season.
he
yeah,
got a
but I
year
mean, he
left.
still get that money. He ain't gonna like if he ain't gonna retire if he's got 40 mil left on the table.
He got
Like
$42 million left. He's they're due to pay him next year. Like he's got another year with them.
he ain't retiring, leaving 40 mil on the table.
Heck no.
Now he got another year left on his contract.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be one for Westbrook last year in the NBA. I'm calling it now. He retired.
Well, we're gonna
And
see.
that's if a team pick him up.
All right, so
Because I think the Lakers going to cut him.
The Suns, they clinched their playoff berth. They still the best team in the West in your opinion?
yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
They got
Tyler,
that
what about you?
chemistry. They got that chemistry, man.
Tyler, you still have the Suns in number one?
I do. They play really good basketball.
Well, they number one seed for a reason. It just they can't they I don't want to say overachieved last year, but they really made the next step, and I'm wondering can they do it again this year.
I
I'm
don't.
kind of on the
The only,
edge about it, but what you say, Dustin?
the only question I would have is how long Chris Paul build last during the playoffs or not.
That's a good question.
He'll be ready. I think he's gonna be ready for the playoffs. But
I
I got
mean,
a
I know
question
he'll
for
be
y'all.
ready. I mean, when was the last time he hasn't gotten hurt during the playoffs?
Yeah, that's true.
Is he gonna be ready, not just there without an injury? I mean,
I
with the injury, he's
mean,
gonna be there
because
without an injury in the playoffs.
I think
With the Rockets he had the hamstring, and then last year he had the shoulder.
I don't know about the Warriors. Like the Warriors are good, but I don't know what the Warriors are gonna do when teams start doubling Steph.
I think too, man. The Warriors might be coasting into the playoffs. Like a lot of times, teams they're gonna get in the playoffs, and I think they're gonna look different with Draymond.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are. They missing Draymond.
like Chris Paul been out for a while now, and the Suns are still what 8 up in the West, like that, like a huge lead.
Yeah, Book
Mm-hmm.
was out too.
Yeah, they just got good chemistry on that team. Bridges and Crowder and Aiton. Like,
I really like Monty. I've always liked Monty. He's a great
yeah,
coach.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
he is.
Yeah, the Lakers stupid.
Right.
They passed on him too.
Crazy. I don't know what the Lakers been doing. They've been making some crazy decisions,
The
man.
freaking Frank
The
Vogel.
reason they hired Frank Vogel, it's like Jeannie Buss's best friend's husband wanted her to hire Frank Vogel. Like you can't make decisions off being best friends with somebody.
I think too, LeBron has a lot of like it's kind of the David Black hire, and then he got Ty Lue after that. It's like this is Vogel last year. Vogel don't win that bubble championship, he would have been gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, believe it.
Yeah.
for sure. I'm
Okay, I don't
surprised.
even really count that championship. I really don't.
I'm surprised he didn't get fired mid-season because they were talking about it.
You got to count
He benched
that.
he benched Westbrook, so that probably saved him.
You think
That
so?
really. I think he knew he needed to bench him. I think he would continue to let Westbrook be in the lineup. He
He's
probably
still in
was.
the lineup. He need to bench him now, if anything.
He coming off the bench some games. He's not starting in every game.
I don't know. Kendrick Perkins was saying, Westbrook may just need to sit out the rest of the season. I would agree.
Fake an injury.
Nah, just sit out. Just like like you remember how New Orleans
Full of
let
Ben
AD
Simmons.
sit out. Well, you remember New Orleans let AD sit out, and then you remember Detroit when Detroit decided to part ways with Blake, and let Blake sit out the rest of the season. They still paid him.
Kendrick Perkins be clowning people like he wasn't trash or something.
He's still living off him playing with LeBron.
And they
They said they called him Coach Perk.
Okay.
They called him Coach Perk when he was still on the roster.
Who he coaching? Nobody. So I don't even know why they gave him that nickname. He good at cheering people on, but I don't know about coaching.
like he's living off of that AAU with LeBron though. For
That's
real.
what I'm saying. If he ever write a book, that's what he gonna write a book on LeBron.
Like LeBron never mentions anything about Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, I've never heard LeBron say Kendrick Perkins' name ever.
He said not one thing about him. But hey, that's his boy, All right, guys. Is there anything else you want to bring up before we end this podcast?
They talking about bringing the Seattle Supersonics back.
Oh, that's dope.
That would be dope.
There you go, Westbrook.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Right there, get your own franchise.
That'd be perfect.
Decide to leave Brooklyn. Go back to Seattle. That would be
Harden going back.
Yeah.
That'll be dope. Seattle is dope.
Love the Supersonics. With Sean Kemp. Man. Rain Man. It was just something about that colorway too, that green and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And them jerseys was fire.
They had one of the more iconic 90s uniforms.
For sure. Thank you guys for tuning in to the show. Like and subscribe to our social media accounts. They will be located in the show notes. Also, we have a merchandise store now. Check it out on podsquadinc.com. Thank you guys for the love and support. We out of here.
You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright.